Hey guys, Derry here, and welcome back to Factorio. Since last time, I have just quickly set up this extra little chemical plant here. I know it's getting a mess over here, but it's all for a good cause. Now, basically, the reason I set this up without being on camera is that I had to fiddle around a bit with stuff. Basically, I had to move this lamp and put not one, but two long-handed inserters here to get sulfur out from in here, and then down here where we also had the coal. And then we now have explosives being manufactured here. Now, explosives are necessary to create rockets, which is something that hopefully we will be going on to doing soon. There we are. So these explosives here. At the moment we can't use them for much, but soon enough they'll be a necessary part of the rockets for the bazooka that will hopefully make. And then the hope is that we can actually finally take out the those damn worms that keep the worms are not the ones killing us, but the worms are protecting the spawner for the biters, which is what is killing us. So that's the way of the world. Worms protecting biter spawns, which are making our life difficult. Now, I have set up a couple of extra gun turrets around the place. I also put one down by the power generation. And I guess we should also have one up here. Oh, and look, apparently... Oh god, it's actually taking out the turret. They were actually just about to take out the turret here. I think I need to move this thing. Basically, somehow they can damage the turret through the wall, and that's a problem. That's very much a problem. So if we put this thing up here instead, toss back in the ammo, that should move it a bit out of the range. And since apparently you can also, like, this thing also looks as though it's pointing the wrong way, so let's just turn it around for a bit and see if we can, you know, give it a quicker response time that way. So Rocketry is nearly done. We're being held back on the green science packs, but there's a couple of them being processed now. So hopefully this should be done before too long. Now there's one little thing I just want to do here. Take these two and just quickly fix them up so that we can actually stack them. And there we are, Rocketry. Now the next thing we definitely need, let's just quickly have a look here. So like landmines, I guess, are interesting. Alien technology, not that interesting for now. It does allow us to make the alien science pack, which you make out of those little purple orbs you get from killing aliens, but I think we need to still do something to keep those guys under control. I don't know how much attack bonus, 10%, that does not seem like a lot. Explosive rocketry. Explosive rocket. We can't do that yet, that requires the bigger size pack. I guess landmines are cheap, but I don't know if they actually lead anywhere. Now, military 3 here requires lasers, and if we do lasers, we end up being able to research laser turrets, which don't need ammunition, just electricity, so that might be very well be worth it. So let's go for that. And then let us create a rocket launcher. We need some circuits here, and then you can see a rocket here, explosives, circuits and iron plates. So rockets are also rather difficult to make. Let's just quickly grab a bunch of iron here on the way. Like basically whenever this thing gets clogged up on iron, the import of copper stops, which means that this factory over here will stop. But then again, we do have plenty of batteries, so it's not really that big of an issue. What is a big issue is that I keep getting stuck in here trying to maneuver around. We got 42 explosives. So yeah, let's just get started on some rockets here. 15 of the damn things. And then we'll see what exactly that does. So rocket launcher, if we replace these, let's unequip the ammo first, I guess. Unequip that, rocket launcher in, and rockets in. And then we just need to wait for some of these to actually be crafted. Now, while that is happening, let's have a look and see if we can actually use plastic for anything. I know Yeah, okay, there we go. So the advanced circuits is basically like in Greg it's an upgrade of the normal circuit, and they need plastic to make them. And then of course the next level up needs even more of the smaller ones, and then it also needs some sulfuric acid, which we have been produced. So I guess that's not a big issue. We could basically just change one of the factories to make that sort of stuff. We can make another bunch of solar panels that doesn't need plastic either. All this needs steel as well, so we don't really like have a lot that needs plastic as it is, but yeah, we'll figure it out. I think lasers might do, but again, we'll figure it out. So I vote that we save the game, and then we try and go out here and actually shoot these bastards with some, give them some of their own medicine. First of all, we're gonna need to kill a bunch of biters, so flamethrower for that. And there should be another pack. 2 more packs, really. I think they were planning an invasion, maybe. Alright. I think this rocket launcher actually does allow us to kill the worms. Like, this one's nearly dead. But these spiders really are annoying. Yeah, okay, we slow down a lot whenever we shoot the rocket launcher, so... But I think we can actually reach the spawner now. So if we are a bit careful, we don't even have to kill the other 2 worms, we can just take out the spawner from here. Yeah, there we are. Now, we're completely out of rockets now. We can make a couple more, but other than that, we are completely out of them. But it did allow us to take out the things. So we have 1 medium worm, 2 medium worms. No, that's a small worm. Okay, so 1 medium worm and 1 small worm left. 200 health, 282 health. I think we can actually outrange this. Yeah. Alright, so without the little annoying things around, we can outrange this thing and just take it out from here. We have 1 more rocket coming in, that's all the explosive we have, so... But we have managed to take out this thing pretty much now. Like, it's not a threat anymore. So we can just shotgun the rest of this. And there's our treasure. So that's a lot of worms. But it does mean that hopefully now we'll have just a wee bit of peace from these guys. I don't count on it lasting at all. But at least like the next layer out is this one, or this one up here. Like this one's a really big one. So we're gonna need some even heavier ordnance to even approach that, just because of how many of the damn things there'll be. And down here there's also one, but one's not as big. Like this one's up here going to be a nightmare to take out. An absolute nightmare, and I think we're going to need some power armor for that. Like, that's just too much stuff. A car could also be a good way to do it. Basically, you can run over the little biters with the car, and it does take a lot of damage. You can even run over a spawner with it. But that does break a lot of the car, so... If you don't want to lose your car, then you might have to be... You need to be a bit careful with that. But that is definitely an option for us. But again, now we have a bit of breathing space. We are still at capacity on electricity, so let's... I think we need to focus on solar panels for a while and just get a bunch of these out. I know I just ordered an insanely big crafting thing here, but yeah. Again, we need to get that sort of stuff sorted out. And it looks as though we also need to increase our iron production a bit. Like, is this just actually completely full? Yes, it is. And it has all the different parts needed for this one to actually make whatever it is it's making. It's making engines, which we are not unloading anywhere, meaning that it's actually been stuck for quite a while. I just realized that. Well, I guess that won't do. Let's get an inserter. Let's get make a steel chest after we've done with all this stuff. I guess we can just stand here and pick up some engines. And then I think if we want to get a car, we need to get to logistics 2. Now this gives you the fast transport build, which basically moves stuff at a faster rate, so I guess that's pretty decent. But it's also the one that unlocks the automobilism for us, so we can get a car that way and actually put our engines to good use. So let's go for that. And then before too long we'll have some brand new solar panels to add to our... Like, as you can see on this thing here, production is just barely keeping up. It's actually quite fun to look at the 10-minute show here, because you can see, okay, morning, solar panels warming up, then they're doing fine at day, and then they're cooling down when the sun disappears. And then ideally, the green line should then go up to compensate whenever the solar panels go down, but because we're actually above capacity at the moment, the green line is just permanently stuck down here because there's no excess power for the accumulators to suck up. So we need to get to a stage where we have some excess power, and that means getting more, power generation. Now, I really don't want to pollute any more than I have to. Again, just out of fear of drawing the big pack up north. So let's instead walk up here to the horrible noises and set up these brand new solar panels that I made. And that should increase the capacity of these just a wee bit. I think 5 of them is about equal to one of the big reactors. So let's have a look here, see. Yeah, I think that's pretty much, that's a nice step up here. But production of the steam turbines have just recently went down a lot. Why is that happening? I just noticed. Basically, if you look on the 1 minute here, all of a sudden, I guess that's because the accumulators filled up then. Yeah, that must be it. Basically, the accumulators filled up, so these kind of reduced their production because of that. So, yeah, not a bad thing actually, all things considering. As you can see, I put up an extra turret here just in case, because it seems to always be down here that we get attacked. So, the more protection we have here, the better it is. But yeah, damn, we are going through a lot of iron ore, aren't we? Science pack, and what are you making? What are you making? Yeah, so this one is basically the one holding up the entire line. Trying to get enough of these little circuits here, and then, yeah. But I guess that's one use of the technology for the speed upgrades. Basically, each of these factories have a number of upgrade slots, I think. No, the big ones do. Yeah, so the assembly machine 2 here you can add some modules to them. I'm actually wondering, can we see crafting speed 0.5, 0.75? Yeah, we could actually make this thing here craft faster if we upgraded it. Might well. You know what, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pick this one up, and then we're gonna upgrade it. And put it back in place. Tell it to make these. And there we go, now it should fabricate them faster. And again, it's not fabricating them fast enough that the inserters can't keep up, but at least, yeah, like this should be 50% faster. So, definitely worth it. Plus, we can upgrade it with a speed upgrader later on, and then get even more out of it at the cost of a bit more power consumption, but yeah, not a big deal. Power is not cheap, but it's rather cheap. Alright, so we have a chest full of engines being made here. What can we do with those without automobiles? I don't think we can do anything, actually. We also need explosives. Do we have any extra explosives down here, or do we need more iron? Let's just grab some stuff. Nope, getting stuck. You see, that's why I want as many underground pipes as you can get. Plenty of explosives here. And we've actually managed to empty out the sulfur chemical plant here, so So why are you not making anything? Oh, you're waiting for the oil refinery. Okay. And the oil refinery, of course, is working as fast as it can. Can we upgrade this? Yes, we can. We could also add another oil refinery, but again, it would, with the just the pure, like how tight this entire thing is, it would be a bit of a mess to actually, you know, get all the outputs to the correct locations. So annoying. But we can make more rockets now. I like having rockets. I like them. I like having them as a backup. I kind of like using them as well, I must admit. There we go. Cars. Let's get cars. But the combat in this game, like it's a bit chaotic because it's sometimes you're not actually aiming where you think you're aiming and that sort of thing, so it can get a bit confusing. But yeah. Overall, I think it adds a layer to the game that you just don't get if you play on peaceful. Like, I would never have to bother with a wall or anything like that if I was playing on peaceful, and I think that like it takes away from the game if you turn down the difficulty or take away the difficulty entirely, and you just make it about automations. So I'm glad I kept monsters on, but at the same time, like they frustrate me, and they're supposed to. Like that's the idea. All right, we have a lot of walls finished building now, so we can basically close off all these entrance ways here. So just so we don't have to, you know, like, we have a bit more time to react if anything attacks us. And especially over here. Let's first of all get one of these. And then see how long can we make this to here. Alright, so we can pick up all of this pipe. And that means we can also go through here and actually, you know, figure out exactly where we want to build the wall. Now we want to connect here to somewhere up here. Do we want to just have a straight wall? Yeah, let's go for just a straight wall. So we take our wall and we start, I guess, here. Whoop. That's a lot of wall. And I guess this one like that. And then finally we have this big opening here where we have a bunch of copper down there. Let's just see how far the wall reaches. We need to go down a bit more. And like this. Okay, we actually had another 50 wall. That's more than I anticipated. Alright. We are now actually completely enclosed. Our base is... It's not protected yet, but it is at the very least confined, meaning that anything attacking us will have to go through the wall before it can launch our machinery, and that gives me a small chance to actually do something about it before they come waltzing in. So here's to hoping that we'll succeed with that. I should probably upgrade these two to make screen science packs, because they're the ones that are slow. How much would it take to upgrade them, I wonder? Let's go for it. So one, and the other one. There we are. And you're supposed to be making green science packs, and green science pack. That should make those go a bit faster at least. Do they also use... Yeah, they also use more power, but I'm fine with that. We'll sort it out. Like, from the looks of it, we're not at capacity anymore, so... Like, that's very good at least. Very good news. We could use a bunch more accumulators. We really could. I could actually just make a bunch more accumulators. We have plenty of batteries, so it's not a big deal. So it's just a matter of making them and, of course, making some power lines to connect them. So let's just quickly end the episode by expanding our capacity up here a bit. And see, we can just pack these rather closely, really. Sap. That is such a horrible noise. But yeah, again, the more of this, like again, we just need as much capacity out here as we can. That's both in generation, but it's also in accumulation. So the more of, like the more we can collect power during the day, the more steady we can keep this. And I think that the more steady we can keep them, the less energy they waste. But like this, this just looks so damn dangerous. Like, why is this not our defense grid? I would imagine anything coming close to that would just completely get sapped. Like that really should just be be a defense structure in itself. But yeah, before too long we'll have a bunch of laser turrets out here, and you know, that should take care of the brunt of the enemy assaults. That's the hope, at least. So yeah, with that I think we're gonna leave it for now. I'm Jerry, this has been Factorio, where we finally got some payback on those damn worms, and I really hope you enjoy. Bye!